Before there was CGI, before the Marvel Universe, there was a silver giant who came from the stars. Ultraman was more than a superhero. In Japan's Showa era, he stood for hope, sacrifice, and the light that pushes back the darkness. And here's the thing, there isn't just one Ultraman, there's a whole galaxy of them. In this video, I'll count down my top 10 Showa Ultraman heroes. Not by strength, not by popularity, but by heart, by legacy, and by the stories that stayed with us. So why am I starting my YouTube comeback with Ultraman again? Well, even though I wasn't born when these shows originally aired, they somehow found their way to me. In my hometown, local TV stations couldn't afford big budget programs, so they filled airtime with reruns, old tokusatsu shows from the 60s and 70s. It makes me a 90s kid, stuck in the 70s. Just to clarify, the Showa era Ultraman refers to the period from the 1960s to the 1980s, so you won't be seeing Tiga or any of the Heisei era heroes on this list. And starting with this episode, I'll be showcasing special collectibles in every video, so stick around, you won't want to miss them. Number 10. Astra. Astra is Ultraman Leo's younger brother, also from planet L77. He rarely spoke and often appeared only when Leo was in deep trouble, but that made his presence feel epic. He shared a similar design with Leo but had his own fighting style, built more around support and teamwork. Their tag team attacks are fast, brutal, and beautifully in sync, like they've trained together since the moment they could walk. But even that bond gets tested. In one of the most painful episodes, Astra is brainwashed by the enemy and forced to fight Leo. That moment hurt. For Leo, and for all of us watching. It showed us that even heroes can fall, and that real strength is in forgiveness and trust. Astra doesn't talk much. He doesn't need to. When Leo's down, Astra rises, and together they stand as the fiercest brotherhood in the Ultraman universe. Number 9. Zoffy. Zoffy is the eldest of the Ultra Brothers, and a high-ranking commander from the Land of Light. He first appeared in the finale of the original Ultraman, symbolizing discipline and order. Though his screen time is limited, he always shows up in times of absolute crisis, bringing a commanding presence. Zoffy doesn't need flashy powers. His calm leadership and iconic double chest timer say it all. He's less of a fighter and more of a mentor figure. When your Ultraman is down, Zoffy's the one you know will come to help. Number 8. Ultraman 80. Ultraman 80 was the final TV Ultraman of the Showa era. What made him unique? He was a schoolteacher. In the 1980s, Japan was filled with popular TV dramas set in schools. Stories about growing up, making mistakes, and finding your way. And Ultraman 80 followed that trend in its own way. His human host, Takeshi Yamato, was a full-time middle school teacher and part-time monster fighter. The show often focused on school life, morality, and human growth. At the time, it felt like a strange departure, but today, it's appreciated for being grounded and heartfelt. 80 wasn't a god. He was a man trying to do good in both classrooms and kaiju battles. Sometimes, that's more heroic than anything. And he somehow made time to deliver some of the best high kicks in Ultraman history. Number 7. Ultraman Jonas. Out of all the Ultraman from the Showa era, Ultraman Jonas might be the most unusual. Why? Because his show was animated. It may sound minor today, but back then, it was a massive departure. Ultraman was synonymous with tokusatsu, actors in suits, miniature cities, and explosive battles filmed with real cameras. So turning Ultraman into an animated series was, for many fans, even more jarring than making one a school teacher. And yet, the Ultraman carved out its own space. Jonas came from the planet U40, not M78, and his world had space fleets, a galactic council, and fully built lore that rivaled even Star Wars at the time. His design was sleek, his powers smooth and stylish in motion, and the series blended traditional hero themes with the limitless possibilities of animation. It's not the most well-known entry, but for those who give it a chance, the Ultraman is a fascinating glimpse into what the franchise could have been, had it left the soundstage behind and embraced the stars. Number 6. Ultraman Jack. Ultraman Jack starred in The Return of Ultraman 1971, and was originally just called New Ultraman or Ultraman 2. He was later given the name Jack, but spiritually, he carried on the legacy of the original. Jack introduced the Ultra Bracelet, allowing him to summon multiple weapons, making him the franchise's first weapons-based Ultra. But what made Jack stand out was his bond with people, especially his friendship with Ken Sakata. That storyline had real heartbreak and real emotion. Jack may not have the flashiest style, but when he's on the battlefield, he's always the one who gets it done. He's the kind of guy you'd want on your team when things fall apart. Number 5. Ultraman Ace. Ultraman Ace is the jack of all trades of Showa Ultraman. He was the first to be powered by a male-female duo transforming together in unity, a bold narrative move. He had more finishers than any other Showa-era Ultraman. Blades, kicks, shields, rings, crosses, beams, aerial attacks. His battles were wild and creative. If there was a way to defeat a monster with style, Ace had it in his arsenal. His battles were a light show, colorful, surreal, and sometimes terrifying. His enemies, the Choju, terrible monsters, were symbolic, disturbing, and unforgettable. For me, Ace holds a very specific place in my heart. One summer, I stayed at my cousin's house in another city, and I binged the entire Ace series. Little did I know, my hometown never actually aired it. So when I came back, I had this weird knowledge advantage. I talked about Ace like I was an Ultra scholar. No one had a clue what I was saying. And I ran with it. For a whole year. That memory alone made Ace unforgettable. Not just for his powers, but for that one summer where I felt like I knew something the world didn't. Number 4. Ultraman Taro. Taro wasn't just another Ultraman. He was the son of Ultraman father and mother, the royal bloodline of the Land of Light. That alone made him stand out. But what truly defined Taro wasn't privilege. It was his growth. He started out cocky, unpolished, full of potential, but reckless. Through every defeat, every sacrifice, he learned. And slowly, he became not just strong, but someone worthy of the title Ultraman. Taro also marked the peak of the franchise's shonen-style golden era. Bright colors, bold action, and even moments of wild humor. He brought joy to younger fans, but also showed them what it means to earn your place, even when you come from greatness. And let's not forget, Taro is one of the few Ultramen who can literally come back from the dead. His resurrection power became his signature in later series, as he returned again and again to guide the next generation. He's not just a fighter, he's a symbol of heritage, hope, and becoming who you were meant to be. Number 3. Ultraman Leo. Ultraman Leo is the most intense and tragic of the Showa heroes. His human host, Gen Otori, is remembered for something else: unrelenting suffering. After the destruction of his home planet L77, Gen finds refuge on Earth, only to face loss after loss. Unlike most human hosts in the Ultraman series, he had no team to back him up, no sci-fi gadgets, no backup plan. He was trained by Dan Moroboshi, yes, the human form of Ultraseven, but trained is putting it mildly. He was brutalized, pushed to his limits again and again, both physically and emotionally. His friends died. His love interest died. His mentor was injured and left. In some episodes, Gen could barely stand, but still dragged himself into battle. Watching Leo isn't always pleasant. It's painful, relentless, and often tragic. But in that suffering, Leo becomes one of the most human Ultramen of all. Not because he never falls, but because he keeps getting up. Leo's journey is filled with despair, but that's what made him so powerful. If you're tired of overpowered heroes and want someone who earns every win, Leo will speak to you. Number 2. Ultraseven. Ultraseven is the most introspective and philosophical Ultra warrior. He wasn't just another follow-up to Ultraman, it was a complete reinvention. Unlike the original Ultraman, Seven wasn't a last-minute emergency hero bonded with a human. He chose to come to Earth, and chose to live among humans as Dan Moroboshi. He didn't use flashy beam attacks. He fought with his bare hands, telekinesis, and his iconic Eye Slugger, a razor-sharp head crest he could throw like a boomerang. But what truly set Ultraseven apart was its tone. It wasn't a kids' show with monsters. It was science fiction with meaning. The monsters weren't just animals or invaders. They were metaphors for war, xenophobia, surveillance, and the fear of becoming inhuman. Episodes like The Targeted Town dealt with sacrifice, memory, and moral ambiguity, with endings that often left the audience in silence. Ultraseven became a cult classic, not for being the loudest, but for being the most thoughtful. Seven is about restraint, sacrifice, and complexity. He resonates strongly with adult fans, and for good reason. If you prefer a hero who thinks before he strikes, Ultraseven is your guy. Before we reveal number 1, here are some honorable mentions. Father of Ultra, the heart of the Ultra Brothers and the symbol of unwavering strength. Mother of Ultra, a healer, a fighter, and the gentle soul of the Land of Light. Princess Yulian, brave, quiet, and always standing by Ultraman 80's side in their darkest hours. Ultraman King, the oldest and wisest of them all, a divine protector watching from afar. Without them, the legend of Ultraman wouldn't feel complete. Number 1. Ultraman. Ultraman wasn't just the first, he was the soul of everything that followed. In 1966, this silver giant from the stars crash-landed on Earth, and something changed. Not just in the show, but in generations of imaginations. He wasn't a god. He wasn't perfect. He made mistakes, felt pain, and shared his life with a human. But when danger came, he stood up, with nothing but light, resolve, and that timeless specium ray. His story had humor, heart, and quiet tragedy. That final scene, where he loses and is carried away in silence, still lingers in the minds of fans nearly 60 years later. Ultraman wasn't about being the strongest. He was about doing what's right, no matter the cost. And that's why, for many of us, he wasn't just the first, he was the one. If you're new to Ultraman and wondering where to start here. So the next time you walk into a store in Japan and see an entire shelf full of Ultraman figures, if you don't know what they are, now you know. This is my top 10 Showa Ultraman lineup. It's purely personal, totally subjective, and meant for fun. What do you think? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.